Okay. Hi, everybody. You're going to see my phone kind of waver, but that's because the fan is blowing. It just is what it is. I have an event coming up. It is free, but I have to give away something to the drawing that's held at the ladies' conference. It's at it's called the training school. It's a religious school. And they're having their ladies conference. They have one every year. They're hosting it. So I wanted to give away something that would kind of be fun and bright and sunny and maybe draw the ladies to my booth. So I really loved these beads that came in the what did I get? Curated Bead Box. I'm confused, guys. Anyways, and then these that came in the bead box bargains look amazing with it. And then I have my little teacup or teapot bead caps to go with it. So I have the necklace laid out here. Here's what I'm using for my bracelet. I'm going to set it aside. This is what I'm using for the necklace. I'm setting it aside. Or, I'm sorry, earrings. I was going to use the fancier ones, but I only have a few of them left, and it's taking 4 to do the set. I'm also have out the paperclip chain. I think that would be really, really fun because this is a fun set to use with this. I have clamshells. I have different sizes, 3 millimeters, and I believe that's a 6 millimeter jump rings. I have a bail, which I'm going to put on really soon. Plus I have some crimp tubes. That one needs to have a piece cut off, and I have a really cute toggle clasp that I will be using in the back. So I'm going to set that aside. Those I tried to coordinate with it. They didn't look right. So I took them out. I also have some 5 millimeter. So that might be more like a 7 millimeter. Let's see. Yeah, this is like a 6 millimeter. So these must be more like a 4. And those are a 3. So let's go ahead and just get this together, not worry about it. I do have some 7-strand gold beading wire. I have the smaller piece left over laying here for the bracelet. Because I do know how I'm going to do this, I'm going to go ahead and put a clamshell on one end. And I don't know, I might want to bead a little farther up. Let's see. No, because I don't know how many I'm going to need for the bracelet. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and get I have my clamshell on, and now I'm putting on a crimp tube. And I'm trying to center that so it's kind of even and kind of in the center. And I'm going to bring it towards the end and smush. And I'm going to smush it down, make sure it's on there tight. Pull, bring my clamshell up, pull, it's on there tight. I'm going to make sure he's in the center, pull my clamshell up. This is a really sturdy clamshell. I was surprised it didn't want to close. He's thicker than most. See how thick he is? And it's only one. And we are going to, I'm off camera, I think. And then we're going to go ahead and I'm just going to bead from one end down. But first we're going to go ahead and put my pendant, my focal, and my bail together. So what I decided to use was this. This is like a 1 3/4, I believe. It's not 2-inch, that's for sure. These are from Bargain Bead Box. These are a, I believe, 18. It's a 1.5 inch. I believe this is like an either a 20 or 18 gauge. I'm going to put it on. It's a ball head pin. I was not going to do silver, but that's where I ended up going. Oh, I'm doing him the wrong way, am I? Nope, that's the right way. Feet down, bead in the middle, handle down. So that's how he looks. And now we're going to put the yellow one on top. I wanted to use a rose on the top. It would kind of finish it off. And it's much smaller. I think it would look nice because it looks like the top of the teapot. Okay, let's make a really tiny, hold that all nice and tight. Get my, now I do make my loops different than everybody else. If you've ever watched baby squirrel beading, I'm going to start just by making my hook and then bringing my loops down, coming back. So I have this, and then I'm going to bring it on closed. And then I am fastening this obviously with a jump ring, so this has a nice motion. That's why I have my jump rings out. But first I am going to make sure this is tight. Gentle squeeze. So that we know that that is closed tightly. I have my jump rings. Open. Oftentimes when I'm putting a heavier piece on a bail, I will double jump ring that, and that's exactly what I'm going to do here. This way, if one jump ring should happen to come open, you have that fail safe of 2 jump rings to hold that on. And that is how that is going to look. So we're going to go ahead and just start beading. And we're going to just bead these on the way I have them sitting here. Whoops. I'm putting 2 of the yellow ones on first. A rose. I am revisiting all of my past bead boxes and working with them. Because I have some amazing beads, so many projects to do. Now I'm debating on if I really need to have this writing. I don't think so. It's a smooth bail. Some bails are pretty you can tell when you put them on that they ride kind of not so smooth, or they're a big chunky bail. These little narrow ones ride really, really nice. I love the way that looks. That's so cute. I love it. So I'm going to pause you and finish going up the other side. Okay, so I am back and I've completed each end. I've cut 2 pieces of 4-inch chain. This is 10.5 inches. I see so many people that measure, well, actually, it's more like 10 and like almost 3/4, but that's okay. They measure the length of their chain, including the pendant. And when I measure my chain, I want to know how much is going around the neck, because that's the part everybody wants to know. How big is it around my neck? How big, that part is, because if you give them an 18-inch necklace and 2 of that inches is a pendant, that's actually only a 16-inch around the neck. Does that make sense? So that's why I always, don't include my pendant in my measurements. I know a lot of people do. I'm going to go ahead and get my other pieces down here. One side will have a big jump ring when I put the toggle on. The other side will have a small, plus there'll be small jump rings for the, and then I don't need this. Chain. So that is to help make up for the extra distance that the clasp takes. So I'm going to put my chain on. I do have a bit of this chain left in case I need it for the bracelet, or I was thinking, the earrings maybe even. We'll see. There's that. And if you're new to watching and learning and you happen to have been suggested one of my videos, when you open a jump ring, you want to twist, I want to pull. I'm adding my toggle bar on, twisting it back, feeling for that click. Always feel to make sure it's closed. Adding the chain on the other side. I'm dropping it. Get a better grip on that. I like using the crimp covers over I can't think of the other things, just for the fact that I have a terrible time with closing them. They never go closed right, and they end up feeling sharp. When I crimp the crimp tube, I always seem to manage to get it caught in it. So this is how this is going to close, like that. There's how that looks. Really pretty. I like the colors. We're going to set this aside and work on the bracelet. I'll get it set up. I'll bring you right back. Okay, so you're going to hear Alan and Dad in the background, but I have it set up kind of how I want to do it. I have my one end on my 7-strand beading thread wire, and this is about, I believe I measured it to be about 6.5 inches roughly. And that's okay, because I do want to make it so that it has a little piece of chain, because I don't know who's going to get this. So this way it is able to be worn by whoever gets it, because some of the ladies are, you know, hold on a second. Okay, they're heading out to look at parts. So this is where I'm at. He wanted to let me know that they were going to be gone for a while. So if I went somewhere, and make sure I locked up and shut the big garage doors. So when you're stringing this little thing, you want to make sure he's strung correctly, obviously, with your little, you know, teapot, your bead you want in the middle, and you always want the feet of the teapot facing down so that he's like that. And then the bead that you want under the teapot, like so. So that's how the teapot will be facing. I think it's so cute. I like it. I call these my Alice in Wonderland tea time bracelets. I love these. I gotta make more. And I'm going to go ahead and have a flower left. Set these out of the way. I need my other clamshell. Open him up nice and wide. Drop him on through the bottom, out through the mouth of the clamshell. Make sure he's loosey-goosey, as loosey-goosey as you can. I'm going to put pliers, kind of roll him up, put him on. Take my chain nose, my back chain nose. Whoops, it would be helpful if I put on my goodness, words. Crimp tube. Press down. Crimp him. We're not crimping, we're just smashing. Give the tug test. He's on there tight. Especially with this. This is a bracelet. It's going to get a lot of tension and wear. We're going to cut that off nice and close, but not too close. Set my spare pieces off. Close this up. Gently give that a little smush. I had him crooked in my, it's rolling. It says I don't want to be. Fix that like so. There we go. Now we're going to measure this. Like I said, I want it to be all put together. It's at 6 inches. So we're going to add because we are adding this to one end. So let's double check my measurement. 6.5 inch by the time we add the jump ring. So we want to add 1.5 inches. So we're going to cut this here. There we go. I'm adding that to that end. Let's go ahead and put the lobster on one side. I lost my open, lobster, close it back up, let's back it up just a little bit. And then on this side, we're going to use a small, let's get a little bitty, no, I had some left over on the other tray. No, I don't. Here we go. We want one of those. Open it. Slide this on. I can barely see what I'm doing. It's glaring. Add the chain. This makes it so that it is able to be worn at any of these. Let's do the dangle with this. Let's see if I need, nope. We're going to do like this, up, bring this down. This is pretty stiff over, so it'll wrap around. It's not wanting to wrap around. It is really, really stiff. I'm going to take this out. I'm going to get a hold of this and reposition that. It's just kind of in a funky position. And then I'm going to wrap this really bad quality anymore from Walmart. Okay, so he's on there. We're going to add him to the very last dangle, or the very last loop here. There we go. So here is this adjustable bracelet. To go with the necklace. Now let's go ahead and put together the earrings. So the earrings, once again, will be the same way. We're going to put on a head pin, one of the flowered beads, the bottom of the teapot, the big 10mm, the top of the teapot, put a yellow one on, and then small flower, and I'm going to make a very small loop. Bend him backwards, bring him on down, take my pliers, and I want to make sure he's closed. There we go. And I forgot my earrings. Hold on. Okay, so I went ahead and made the second earring so it was ready. And got my ear wires out. I'm going to simply put my earring on and then put my ear wire on and close it up. I am using the 3mm jump rings. These are so stinking cute. There's one. And then there's the second one. I love these. And we'll close it up. And there's what they look like. They're so cute. I love these. They're too cute. All right, I'm going to clear up my mess and get everything out here for you to see, and I'll be right back. Okay, everybody, so here it is. I love the earrings. They turned out so super cute, and I just love the whole set. I'm not overly fond of how the chain worked on the bracelet, but once you put it on, it is okay. It's just when you lay it out, it looks funky. I don't know how to explain it. It's not a, round chain. It has chunky links, so it's going to look a little different. But there you go, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to all of you guys down in the comments below. Bye, guys.